Paige, and today's video is going to be my review of the brand new Jaclyn Cosmetics lip collection. I received this package in the mail today and I am so incredibly grateful to receive this in PR. Like, seriously, thank you so much, Jaclyn Cosmetics, for the beautiful package. I absolutely love the presentation. I have all 15 liquid lipsticks and all 12 lip liners here. I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts. I'm also going to do swatches along with lip swatches of every single shade that you see here. So that's, I think, 27 lip products. My lips are going to be in rough shape after this, but it's all going to be worth it. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we have a little PR card here. I'm gonna go ahead and read that to you. It says, "There are few things I love more than a nude lip. That's why I created this all nude pout spoken lip collection. You know how picky I am about my nude lippies, so I made sure these liners and liquid lipsticks work together beautifully to complement every lip shade and skin tone. I'd love to see how you mix and match these gorgeous neutrals to create your own perfect lip. Send me your nudes." I thought that was so cute. Just a little bit of information on the collection. It does launch on the Jaclyn Cosmetics website on March 18th, which is just like 2 days away. Make sure you guys set your alarms so that you don't miss that. I will have the Jaclyn Cosmetics website linked in the description box. I believe the liquid lipsticks are going to retail for $20 each and the lip liners are going to retail for $18 each. I'm not sure if there's going to be any sort of bundles or anything, so that'll be interesting to see. But I'm so excited. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the packaging. So here is the liquid lipstick packaging. I absolutely love the way that it looks. It has like an ombre from clear to black, and it has her like kind of like, I don't know if that's gold or rose gold, Jaclyn Cosmetics logo right there. That is absolutely stunning. This is, oops, the first shade called Nudie. And then we have the lip liners, which have that same Jaclyn Cosmetics logo, and they have a black packaging, but you can see the color of the lip liner on the end of it, which I really appreciate because, you know, it just makes things so much easier when you can see the color of the product through the packaging. Same with these, you can see the color on the ends. So I really love that about it. They feel nice and heavy and luxurious, and oh, I'm so excited to get swatching. I am going to include timestamps in the description box in case you are only interested in seeing swatches of the lip liners or only swatches of the liquid lipsticks. You can just click the time that it shows and it should automatically fast forward you to that part of the video. I'm gonna go ahead and start by doing swatches and lip swatches of the lip liners first, because I feel like this will be easier for me to remove from my lips. And then we'll move on to the liquid lipsticks. I also wanted to mention that I am wearing one of Jaclyn's blush and bronzer duos on my cheeks today. I have the shades Pink Me Up and Oh Honey on, and I have been loving this duo. I think that the blush is just so pink and springy and bright and fun, and the bronzer is also stunning. So I did want to mention that. And then I'm also wearing one of her highlighters. This is in the shade Iced. This is my favorite shade from her highlighter collection. I think it's just so pretty. I have that on my cheekbones and also my inner corner. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start swatching. I have the shade Blondie right here. I'm probably going to speed up or cut out the part of me like applying it every single time because this video would be a million years long, but I will show you the first one. I already have it swatched on the back of my hand. It looks super creamy, very pigmented, and it looks like it has sort of like a matte finish, which I am all about a matte lip liner. I just feel like it makes sense, like, you know, it makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. I'm not a pro lip liner person. I'm just like an everyday user, so we'll see how user-friendly these are. Alright you guys, so here's the shade Blondie. I absolutely love this color. The perfect first shade. It definitely pulls a little bit peachy on my skin tone, but it is still a beautiful nude. I absolutely love it. It is extremely comfortable. It applied super easily. It just glided on. Glided on. What's the past tense of glide? Glid, what the heck? Anyway, it just applied super easily and I'm in love with this shade. So once again, this is the shade Blondie. Next we have the shade Chai Tea. This one is definitely even warmer toned than the previous one. This definitely has a little bit more of an orangey undertone, but it is still a beautiful nude. Here it is swatched compared to Blondie, which is on top. I'm going to continue my swatches on the back of my hand just so you can see a nice comparison. But again, this is a gorgeous color and it has like a soft matte feel. So it's not drying or anything, but it's not gonna budge. Like this is not going anywhere. You're not gonna have any sort of bleeding. I absolutely love this formula already. It is so stunning. So once again, this is the shade Chai Tea. The next shade we have is Coffee Cake. This one is similar to the last one, except definitely deeper. It has more of a brown undertone and less of an orangey undertone. It is absolutely beautiful. I love this color, and by the way, with these lip liners you can apply them all over the lips like this. You can just leave it like that and you would be good to go. You can also apply a lip bullet on top. You could apply a lip gloss, or you can match them with the liquid lipsticks, of course. These are super versatile and I feel like I'm gonna be wearing them alone like this a lot. So once again, this is the shade Coffee Cake. Next we have the shade Butter Pecan or Butter Pecan. I feel like I say it both ways depending on what exactly I'm referring to, but we'll just go with Butter Pecan? Butter Pecan. I don't even know what I think is right. But this is another really gorgeous color. It's actually pretty similar to the last shade, which I believe was Coffee Cake. Yes. So as you can see, Coffee Cake and Butter Pecan are pretty similar. They have a slightly different undertone, but they are definitely similar in depth. So stunning. More on the warm, kind of like orangey brown side, but still nude. I'm just trying to like describe an undertone as best as I can. She mentioned in her reveal video that she wanted to make sure that the majority of her lip products had a warmer undertone because a lot of what's on the market is like cooler toned, and I can definitely read that through the swatches so far. So once again, we have the shade Butter Pecan. Next we have the shade Macaron, and this one is actually different from the previous four. This one has some shimmer in it, which is really pretty. It definitely feels a little bit less matte than the other ones, and it also looks a little bit less matte, but it's still budge proof. Like this ain't going anywhere. Here it is swatched. It looks like we're kind of getting more into the pinky tones, which are my personal favorite. I love a nice warm pinky nude. That's just my personal preference, but this one is by far my favorite so far, and I like that it has that little bit of shimmer. Like it's almost like not noticeable, but it's just enough to add a nice effect, and it definitely gives my lips a good little dimension. They definitely could use the help. So yeah, this is stunning, and once again, this is in the shade Macaron. Next we have the shade Cupcake. This one is beautiful. This looks amazing with the shirt that I'm wearing. Like it matches it so well. I love this. Here it is swatched. Like I said, we are definitely getting into more of the pinky tones now. This one is definitely deeper than the previous. This is another one of the regular matte formula lip liners, and I love this. It's beautiful. This one is my new favorite. And I have a feeling the next one also might be my favorite, but so far Macaron and Cupcake are my top two. So once again, this is the shade Cupcake. Next we have the shade Caramel Latte. This one is stunning. It is another one of the more like pinky purpley shades. It's Definitely a little bit more cool toned than the previous one. I would say that this is probably the most cool toned lip liner so far. Again, it's stunning. So far, I like all of the shades on me, but just based on like personal preferences, I like the pinkier kind of tone. So if you have similar preferences, I think Macaron and Cupcake are still top 2, but Caramel Latte is probably number 3. So once again, we have Caramel Latte. Next, we have the shade Bourbon. This is the deepest lip liner that we've swatched so far. It still has a little bit of like a more like purpley kind of undertone, but it's also like more warm at the same time, so it's not like a super like ashy kind of gray purple. It's definitely more of a warm toned purple undertone. It is so beautiful. Like, all of these lip liners are gorgeous. I have no complaints. I honestly absolutely love all of them. So once again, we have the shade Bourbon. I feel like my lip line is getting a little bit wonky, so please excuse that, but this next shade is called Praline. This is beautiful. This is a nice warm toned deep nude, and as you can see here, it's definitely more warm toned than the last 2. I think this is stunning, and once again, this is Praline. Next, we have the shade Hot Tea. This is definitely a unique shade. I feel like it has more of like a yellow undertone, which is really interesting, but it's still really pretty. I'm not someone who wears a lot of darker lip colors like this, but I actually really like this one. Like, I feel like it still flatters my skin tone. Here it is swatched definitely less like purpley red than the previous shade, but I think it's really pretty. Like, this is like a nice neutral, like it's legit a neutral deep nude. This is so stunning. Once again, this is the shade Hot Tea. Next, we have the shade Toasty, and this is the first shade where I'm kind of like, I don't know if this looks good on me. It's a beautiful color, but I feel like it's a bold lip on myself personally, but on a deeper skin tone, this would be absolutely beautiful. And even if you have a skin tone like mine and you want to wear this color, like, by all means, go for it. I feel like it's just a little bit out of my comfort zone. It is extremely beautiful though. I would say this is more of like a chocolatey brown. It is stunning. Like, I love the actual shade of it. I just don't know how it looks as a lip color on myself. But again, same beautiful formula, extremely pigmented, and I love it. This is the shade Toasty. And then the very last lip liner shade is called Cold Brew, and this is an extremely deep, almost like a coffee color. Cold Brew makes sense. This is like, wow. Very pigmented. You can see it here. It is beautiful. It is a nice neutral deep brown, and again, this is probably not a lip color that I would personally be wearing a lot, but I think it's beautiful and I can't wait to see this lip color on other people. I think it's gonna be stunning. So yeah, once again, this is the shade Cold Brew, and now we will move on to the liquid lips. I'm gonna kind of touch up my foundation around my mouth because my lip line was gradually getting bigger and bigger, so I'm gonna try to fix that, and then we will be back for the liquid lip swatches. So once again, we have the shade Cold Brew. Moving on to the liquid lips, we have the first shade. I'm gonna go from lightest to deepest, and oh my goodness, this is in the shade Nudie. This is such a pretty color based on how it looks in the tube. I haven't swatched this yet. I will say that I did receive I purchased the Valentine's Day collection, and there were some liquid lips in that collection. I know not everyone was able to get their hands on that since it was such a limited release, so I feel like if these are the same formula as those liquid lips, they're gonna be amazing. So here is the first shade that looks really pretty. Let's go ahead and apply it to the lips. I'm gonna see if I can smell. Extremely faint, but it is sweet. Ooh, that smells delicious, but it is very faint. Like, you have to sit here and sniff the wand in order to smell it. I like the way that the doe foot applicator looks. I hope you guys can get a nice glance at that. And let's go ahead and apply it. This looks like it's gonna be probably a little bit nuder, a little bit lighter than my personal preference, but I think this is gonna be beautiful, like if you like kind of dab this on the center of another lip color and kind of do a little ombre effect. Here's the first shade, Nudie. Definitely way too pale for my personal preference, like alone. But even if you used one of the lip liners, like I feel like Cupcake, if you use this lip liner and then you just dabbed a little bit of this on the center of your lips and sort of like patted it out, I feel like that would be a beautiful lip combo. Alone, definitely not my favorite, but it is extremely pigmented and you get enough product on the doe foot applicator to do your entire lips without dipping back in, which I think is fantastic. It's definitely starting to dry down and it's extremely comfortable. So once again, this is the shade Nudie. Next we have the shade Get Real. This is definitely a bit deeper than the previous shade and has a bit more warmth to it. This is more flattering on my skin tone, I feel like. It's definitely more like warm and peachy than I typically go for, but I think this is a stunning shade. It's a very thin formula, so it doesn't feel thick and cakey on your lips, but you can see that you still get a ton of pigment and like color payoff, so I'm really liking it. This is once again the shade Get Real. The next shade is called Oh Hi. I'm not really sure if my voice can even do it the proper way, so I'm not gonna butcher the way that she says it, but it's so cute. This is a really pretty light pinky nude color. So far you can see the variation in these lip colors is stunning. She's covering all the bases, definitely a little bit more cool toned than the previous two, but it's still a warm, light, pinky nude. So I'm gonna kind of let this dry on my lips for a little bit and I'm going to see how it transfers on the back of my hand. I feel like a little bit of a tackiness, but like it's not sticky or anything. I can just feel like my lips grip together, but when I'm talking I don't feel like there's anything on my lips. But if I try to like rub my lips against each other, I can definitely feel a little bit of that like matte feeling. So I feel like this is pretty much dried down. I'm gonna go ahead and kiss the back of my hand and there is absolutely nothing. I pushed a little bit harder and still absolutely nothing. I feel like this is pretty freaking nice. I'm honestly surprised. I'm gonna try that again with a deeper shade just to see how it looks. You know, I feel like you'll be able to see the transfer if there is any a little bit better. But yeah, once again, this is Oh Hi. Next we have the shade Empowered. This is a really pretty sort of like a peachy nude lip. It's, I feel like, even a little bit lighter than that second shade, but it's definitely deeper than the first shade. It's really, really pretty, and yeah, once again, this is the shade Empowered. Next we have the shade Confidence. This is a really pretty peachy nude, definitely a little bit deeper than the previous few shades. It's absolutely stunning, and once again, this is the shade Confidence. I'm gonna have to like remove the swatches every like 5 liquid lipsticks because there's no way I'm gonna be able to fit all of these on the back of my hand. Next we have the shade Be Brave, and this one is definitely my favorite so far. I think this is absolutely beautiful. It's a little bit deeper than my typical like pinky nudes that I usually wear on a daily basis, but I actually really like this one, and again, like I said, I think this one's my favorite. So I'm gonna set aside all the lip products that are like, wow, I absolutely love these shades on me, and then I'll just kind of go through those at the end in case you have like similar like hair slash skin color, or you just have similar preferences, you know, whatever whatever you like. I just want to kind of give you a little like smaller, like whittled down group of products that are like my favorite shades. So Once again, this is the shade Be Brave. Also, if there is lipstick on my teeth at any point in this video, which there is right now, my bad. Anyway, this next shade is called Truth. This is really pretty. I feel like it's, again, like top 2 liquid lipstick shades. It's a little bit lighter and a little bit peachier than that last one, which has more of like a mauve purple undertone, but this one is really, really pretty. So once again, this is called Truth. This next shade is called Crabby. This is a really pretty, deeper, like peachy coral nude. I think it's stunning. Here it is swatched compared to the previous 2 shades. So once again, this is Crabby. My lips are starting to get really, really red. Oh my god. This next shade is called Mama, and this is the iconic Mom shade from her original lipstick launch, reformulated into a liquid lipstick. This is a beautiful color, definitely more of a pinky kind of purpley color than a nude, but it's still in the nude kind of area. But this is, I would say, the most colorful lip color so far, at least. So yeah, once again, this is the shade Mama. Next, we have the iconic shade Outspoken. This is a beautiful color that Jaclyn wore. It was either, I think it was in a video and Instagram stories. I was gonna say either one of those, but I think it was both. And she wore this paired with one of her lip liners, and I had lipstick on my teeth. I was so excited when I saw that lip on her. I was like, I need to know what that is. This is such a pretty, like, pinky corally shade. It's just so stunning. I love it. I love it. So once again, this is the shade Outspoken. This next shade is called I'm a Cancer, and this is a really pretty, like, medium brown nude. I think it's absolutely stunning. It's very neutral and pretty. So once again, this is I'm a Cancer. Next, we have the shade Absolutely, and I do not like this color on myself. I think it's really pretty. It's definitely more like orangey warm toned than the previous shade. I also feel like it's a little bit lighter. I just don't think that this like necessarily looks good on me, but I think it could be beautiful on someone else, but just not my personal favorite. So once again, this is the shade Absolutely. This shade here is called Be Bold. This is a really pretty deeper brown. It has a little bit of like a red undertone to it, I want to say, and it's absolutely stunning. I definitely like this shade on myself. I think it's a really pretty, like, bold, deeper lip color, and it's not too yellow or orange or red. It's literally just perfect. So once again, this is the shade Be Bold. All right, you guys, and here is the last liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Feisty, and this is the deepest lip color. This is absolutely beautiful. It's straight up a neutral deep brown color. I think this would look stunning with the Cold Brew lip liner. Oh, I think this is like a beautiful, beautiful combo. I am going to kind of let this dry on my lips for a little bit, and we'll try to kiss the back of my hand to see if we have any transfer. But those are the last 5 shades. Oh my gosh. Once I kind of let this dry and do the little transfer test, I am going to put on what I think my favorite lip combo is, and then I'll kind of just run through my top like 5 products from the lip line, just to kind of let you guys know like what I love, because I feel like I liked most of these shades on myself, aside from like 2 maybe. But I want to give you guys like my top 5 just so you can kind of narrow it down if we have similar preferences. So I feel like this might be pretty much dry. I guess we'll go ahead and see. And there you have it. I don't even know. Let me take like a makeup wipe. Okay, so we are nice and clean. There's nothing on the makeup wipe. So let me, well, it's kind of wet. Hang on, let me see if this is transfer proof. I pushed like really, really hard, and you can see the tiniest bit of transfer. Like I'll kind of wipe it off on here, and you might be able to see the lipstick, or maybe not, I don't know. It's literally the lightest bit of transfer possible, which is amazing, especially for being such a comfortable and thin like lip color. I love the formula, like it's freaking amazing. So once again, this is the shade Feisty, and I'm gonna go ahead and put on what I think is going to be my favorite lip color. All right, so this was actually a hard decision because I feel like there's so many options that I'm gonna love, but I freaking love the way that this lip color looks. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I will say that the surrounding of my mouth is still kind of like red because both from like rubbing them to clean them off in between swatches, but I do find that these are staining my lips a little bit, so I feel like my lip line doesn't look as neat as it could. But I love this color. So what I did was I took the lip liner in the shade Cupcake, which, by the way, Cupcake and Macaron are my top 2 lip liner shades. They're like the pinkiest ones. So yeah, those are my top 2 lip liners, but I took the shade Cupcake. I put that all over my lips, and then I took the shade Oh Hi, which is this really pretty light like pink color. I feel like it's a little bit too light maybe for me on my own. I don't know. We'll have to play around with it some more, obviously, but I just kind of dabbed this on the center of my lip, and then I blended it out with my finger on the top and bottom, and I really like that combo together. I feel like I could even do maybe like a little more. So I just went like that, kind of rubbed my lips together, and then took my finger and just kind of dabbed it to blend it out a little bit. So there's truly endless possibilities with these lip combinations, and I am extremely impressed with the color range and formula of this collection. So here are my top 5 lip colors from the collection. I have 3 liquid lips and 2 lip liners. From top to bottom, we have Outspoken, then we have Be Brave, and Oh Hi. Those are my top 3 liquid lipsticks. And then, like I mentioned earlier, for the lip liners, this top one here is called Macaron, and then this bottom one is called Cupcake. Those are my top 2 lip liners. So overall, you can see the kind of colors that I personally gravitate towards. There are so many beautiful shades in this collection though. If you prefer like more warm tones, like orangey or peachy nudes, there are plenty of those to pick from. I just personally like a little bit of pink, like a little bit of a pinkier lip color. I don't know why I'm like trying to feel the pinkness. But anyway, those were all of the lip swatches. Wow, this took a long time to film. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy. Don't forget that this collection launches on March 18th, which is literally 2 days away. I believe it's the 16th. Yes, it's the 16th right now as I am filming this. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this and get it up for you guys tonight. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I love you guys so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.